Question number 6 is on spherical geometry, also known as global mathematics, the Earth as a sphere. Two towns U and V on the equator are on longitude 67 degrees east and 123 degrees east respectively. Illustrate the information in a diagram. Find the distance between U and V along the equator. How far is U from the North Pole? So let's begin. So this is how we can illustrate it in a diagram. We have to find the distance between U and V, and that distance we see is an arc. So the length of an arc formula is what we are going to use here. So recall that the length of an arc formula is what will give us the distance from U to V, and that is given by theta over 360 times 2 pi r. So the r is the distance from the center of the sphere to V, or the distance from the center to U. The theta, we can find it. Note that the whole thing is looking like something like this. This is the longitude, and this is the point U, and this is point V. So the thing is like the angular distance from longitude 0 degrees to U is 67. Then the angular distance from 0 to V, from longitude 0 to V, is 123 degrees. So we want to find the angle between U and V, this angle here. How do we do that? We subtract 67 from 123. So that will give us 123 degrees minus 67 degrees over 360 degrees times 2 times 22 over 7 times r, which is giving us 6,400 kilometers. So we have to simplify this. This will give us 56 degrees over 360 times 2 times 22 over 7 times 6,400. So we are going to get something like 44 over 45 times 6,400 kilometers. And this will simplify to 6257.78 kilometers to 2 decimal places. So that is the distance from U to V along the equator. 6 AII. How far is U from the North Pole? So how far U is from the North Pole? So this is U. So moving along the longitude, we'll be able to calculate that. So this time, remember that this is R and this is another R. So over here, we're going to get the angle between them to be 90. So the whole thing will look like this. So we are finding this distance from the North Pole. North Pole is here to U. So the length of that arc along the longitude will be given by UN is equal to distance from U to N will be equal to theta over 360 times 2 pi r. So the r is 6,400 and the theta this time is 90 over 360 times 2 times 22 over 7 times 6,400. And this will simplify to 70,400 over 7. In decimals, we are obtaining 10,057 10,057.14 kilometers. B part, we have find the perimeter of the triangle LMN. We will use the distance formula. D equals square root of x2 minus x1 all squared plus y2 minus y1 all squared. So we just fix in the coordinates. So with LM, we have 3 minus 2 all squared plus 5 minus negative 1 all squared. We simplify this to obtain 1 squared plus c squared, which is square root of 1 plus 36, which is root 37. Then we have ln, the magnitude of ln. This will give us negative 1 minus 2 all squared plus 6 minus negative 1 all squared and negative 3 squared plus 7 squared. This will give us 9 plus 49, which is square root of 58. Then finally mn, magnitude of mn will be equal to square root of negative 1 minus 2 minus 3 all squared plus 6 minus 5 all squared. And this will give us negative 4 squared plus 1 squared, which will give us 16 plus 1, which is square root of 17. So the perimeter of triangle LMN is the distance around the figure, the sum of the distance, which is root 37 plus root 58 plus root 17. And this will be equal to 17.821 decimal place. Question number 7a. The time a man takes to paint a room alone is an hour less than the time his apprentice takes to paint the same room. If both of them takes 72 minutes to paint the room, find a time that the apprentice takes to paint the room alone. So let's tackle the A part. We can organize the detail like this. If the apprentice takes x, then the man will take x minus 1. And working together, both of them will take 72 minutes converted to hours is 6 over 5. Then the rate at which they are working is 1 over x minus 1, and 5 over 2. When we put it together, we get 5 over 2. So when we add the rate at which they are working together, 1 over x plus 1 over x minus 1, it should give us 5 over 6. So this is what we are going to solve. We multiply through by the LCM, which is 6x into bracket x minus 1. So now we can cancel. We have 5x outside. When we expand, we get 5x squared minus 5x. Then again, we can cancel this. We are left with 6x. Then we are left with 6 into x, which is 6x minus 6. So we can now group like terms and write in standard quadratic equation form. So when we do that, we are obtaining 5x squared minus 5x minus 12x plus 6. And this can be simplified to obtain 5x squared minus 5 minus 17x plus 6. Now the product 5 times 6 will give us 30. Two factors of 30 that will add up to negative 17x will be negative 15 minus 2. So we split the middle term. When we split the middle term, we get 5x squared minus 15x minus 2x. We can now quickly factor and simplify. So when we collect the factors, we have x minus 3, 5x minus 2 equals 0. So either x minus 3 equals 0 or 5x minus 2 equals 0. So we are supposed to get x minus 3 equals 0. So x equals 3 or x equals 2 over 5. But the value solution here is x equals 3. Because when we subtract 1 from 3, we still get 2. But when we subtract 1 from 2 over 5, we get a negative value. Therefore, it takes the apprentice 3 hours to complete the painting. The B part of question number 7. The angle of elevation of the top of a tower from the top of a building 5 meters high is 30 degrees. If on the horizontal ground, the building is 40 meters away from the foot of the tower. Illustrate the information in a diagram. Calculate correct to 3 significant figures the height of the tower. So we can illustrate this information like this. So this is the building. The top of the building is B, and the top of the tower is T. So it was given in the question that the height of the building is 5 meters. Let the height of the tower be h meters. Then this portion will be h minus 5 meters. We're also given that this is 40 meters because it is 40 meters away from the foot of the tower. Then the angle of elevation is 30 degrees. So with this, we can form an equation using the tangent ratio, which will help us to solve for h. So we have tan 30 equal opposite over adjacent, which is h minus 5 over 40. So we cross multiply, we multiply through by 40. Then we can find the decimal equivalent of tan 30, which is 0.5774. And when we multiply this, we will obtain 23.09401. We now solve for h to get 23.09401 plus 5, which is 28.09401. To 3 significant figures, we obtain 28.1 meters. We have question number 8 here. A company bids for 2 contracts G and H. The probabilities that it will win contracts G and H are 1 over 5 and 3 over 8 respectively. Find the probability that the company wins both contracts. Only one contract. So let's begin with the first part, the AI. We'll do the B later. So AI. It says that probability of winning contract G is 1 over 5. Probability of winning contract H is 3 over 8. So probability that the company wins both contracts will be equal to probability that he wins contract G and contract H. So that will be equal to 1 over 5 times 3 over 8. And this will give us 3 over 40. Then the II part probability that he wins. Let me continue here. The probability that he wins only one contract. Only one contract. So that will be probability of winning contract G and not winning contract H. Or probability of winning contract H and not winning contract G. So remember, probability of not winning contract G is equal to 1 minus 1 over 5, which is going to give us 4 over 5. And probability of not winning contract H is equal to 1 minus 3 over 8, which will give us 5 over 8. So remember, probability of winning contract G is 1 over 5. So that will be equal to this, which is 1 over 5 times 5 over 8, what we just calculated here, plus probability of H, which is 3 over 8, times probability of not winning G, which is 4 over 5. So this will be equal to, this will get rid of this. You're left with 1 over 8 plus, and 4 will go here 2 times. So that's 3 over 2 times 5 is 10. So the LCM will be 40. 5 plus, this will give you 12. That will give us 17 over 40. Now let's talk about the B part of the question. Amaka drove a car from Samoa to Mipasem at an average speed of 60 kilometers per hour in 135 minutes. On her return journey, she took 3 minutes less to arrive at Samoa. Find correct to one decimal place the distance between Samoa and Mipasem, the return speed. So let's say this is Mipasem, or this is Samoa to Mipasem, Samoa to Mipasem. So going, the speed was 60 kilometers per hour. And then the time it took was t equal 135 minutes. 135 minutes. So converting these to hours, we have 135 over 60 hours. So we can calculate the distance covered from Samoa to Mipasem. So that is given by, speed is equal to distance over time taken. So the speed is 60 kilometers per hour. And the distance we don't know. Over the time is 135 over 60. So I can multiply both by 135 over 60. 135 over 60. And multiplying. So this will get rid of this. I'm left with D here. And 60 will cancel 60. We are left with 135. So the distance covered will be 135.0 kilometers to one decimal place. Then the I said the return speed. So with the return speed, we're told that she took 3 minutes less. So the time taken will be equal to 135 minus 3 minutes. That will be 132 minutes. and the distance we found it to be 135 kilometers. So the return speed will be equal to distance over time taken, and the distance is 135 kilometers over 132 minutes, so over 60 hours. So we converted the minutes to hours by dividing by 60. So we can simplify this. This will be equal to 135 kilometers times 60 over 132. And 3 will go here 45 times, and 3 will go here 44. Then 4 will go here 15, 4 will go here 11. So when we simplify this, we will obtain 675 over 11, 675 over 11 kilometers per hour. Or in terms of decimals, we will get 61.3636, and to one decimal place that will give us 61.4 kilometers per hour. Question number 9 says, in the diagram, EH is an arc of a circle center Q. FH is a tangent to the circle at H, and QF is a straight line. The length of line segment QH is equal to 8√3 centimeters, and angle EQH is equal to 60 degrees. Calculate the length of line segment EF. So let's tackle this part. So the length of line segment EF, we can use trigonometry because the tangent FH and the radius QH will form a 90-degree angle, will meet at 90 degrees. So using the cosine ratio, cos 60 degrees will be equal to adjacent, which is 8√3 over the hypotenuse, which is QF. And QF is made up of QE, which is also 8√3, because the radii are equal in length. So 8√3 plus the length of EF, line segment EF. So cos 60 is 1/2, and that is equal to 8√3 over 8√3 plus line segment EF, the modulus or the magnitude. So let's cross multiply. This will multiply 1 to give us 8√3 plus magnitude of line segment EF is equal to 2 times 8√3, which is 16√3. So we subtract 8√3 from both sides. Magnitude of line segment EF will be equal to 16√3 minus 8√3, and that will give us 8√3 centimeters. We are also asked to find correct to 3 significant figures the area of the shaded portion. So to do that, let us first find the length of FH. We know HQ, we know QF. Left with FH. So from Pythagoras theorem, FH squared FH squared plus 8 root 3 squared will be equal to 8 root 3 plus 8 root 3, which is 16 root 3 all squared. And this will simplify to 8 root 3 squared will give us, when we simplify that, we will obtain so this will give us 16 root 3 all squared minus 8 root 3 all squared. I'm going to apply difference of 2 square here. Difference of 2 squares. So that will give me 16 root 3 plus 8 root 3 into bracket 16 root 3 minus 8 root 3. So when we simplify this, we are going to obtain root 3 into 16 plus 8, which is 24. Then we also get root 3 into 16 minus 8, which is 8. So we are going to get root 3 times root 3 is 3 times 8 is 24 times 24. So we are obtaining 24 squared. So FH all squared is equal to 24 squared. So FH will be equal to square root of 24 squared, magnitude of FH, and that will give us 24 centimeters. So since FH is 24 centimeters, we can now calculate the area of the shaded region. So the area of the shaded region will be equal to the area of the triangle QHF minus area of sector. So area of shaded region will be equal to area of triangle, which is half times base times height, minus area of sector, theta over 360 times pi r squared. So the base is 24. The base is 24 centimeters and the height is 8 root 3. So that will give us 1 over 2 times 24 times 8 root 3 minus theta. Theta is 60. So we have 60 over 360 times 22 over 7 times pi. The pi is 22 over 7 times radius square, 8 root 3 all squared. So this will give us, remember that 2 will go here 12 times, so that will give us 96 root 3 minus 1 over 6 times 22 over 7 times 8 square is 64 times root 3 square is 3. So this will simplify to 96 root 3 minus 704 over 7. And this will simplify to 65.7054. To three significant figures, we have 1, 2, 3. So three significant figures will be 65.7. The next number is 0, so we can round up. Centimeters squared. Question number 10. At a sports festival, the number of individuals who like football is twice the number who like basketball. Those who like both games is 1/3 those who like basketball. Illustrate the information in a Venn diagram. If 139 out of the 1,382 persons at the festival did not like any of the two games, find the number of persons who like football, one type of game only. So the total number is 1,382. We're told that the number who like football is twice the number who like basketball. So let the number who like basketball be equal to x. And the number who like football will be equal to 3 times of x. Then those who like both games is 1/3 of x. Then we will have this place being x minus 1 over 3x, or 2 over 3x. Then we also have here being 3x minus 1 over 3x. And when we simplify that, we have to get 8x over 3. And we're given that 139 out of the 1,182 did not like any of the two games. So 139 will come here. So adding all these regions should give us 1,382. So let's do that. We have 1,382 is equal to x minus 1 over 3x plus 1 over 3x. Then we add it to 8x over 3 plus 139. So let's go to like terms. We have 1,382 minus 139 is equal to, so this will get rid of that, x plus 8x over 3 will give us 11x over 3. So this will give us 1,243 equal 11x over 3. So when you multiply both sides by 3 over 11, 3 over 11, we are going to obtain 113 here. So 3 times 113 is 339. So that will be the value of x. And we're asked to calculate those who like football. So number who like football is equal to 3 times x. 3 times 339. And that will give us 1,017 people. Then again, we're asked to find the number who like one type of game, and that will be equal to 2 over 3x plus 8 over 3x. So we will have 2 over 3 times 3x plus 8 over 3x, which will give us 10x over 3. And we substitute x equal 11339. 10 times 339 over 3. That will give us 1130 people. The B part of the question, in the diagram, MZ is parallel to NV. So this line is parallel to this line. If angle QPZ is 110, this is QPZ, and angle TQV is 80, find angle PQM. So this angle and this angle will be equal. Vertical opposite angles are equal. Then this also be 80 degrees because alternate angles are equal. We are looking for this angle here. Now we can transfer this angle, or we can use angles in exterior angle property here, or we can transfer this angle here to be 70. Then when we add PQM, angle PQM, when we add it to 80 degrees plus 70 degrees, you should get 180 degrees. So angle PQM will be equal to 180 minus 80 minus 70 degrees. 180 minus 80 is 100. 100 minus 70 is 30 degrees. Therefore, angle PQM is 30 degrees. So we have question number 11 here for the WASSCE 2024 core math paper 2. In the diagram, ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. Line segment BC and AC and AD are produced to E. Angle ABC is 2T, angle CEF is 5T, and angle DCE is 51 degrees. Find the value of T. Since ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral, the angle here and this one will add up to 180 degrees. So this will be 180 minus 2T. The opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral add up to 180 degrees. Then the angle here, since they are angles on straight line, the 5T and this one, so this angle will be 180 minus 5T. So we use the exterior angle theorem. When we add the two remote interior angles, it should be equal to this exterior angle. 180 minus 2T is equal to 180 minus 5T plus the 51. So 180 will subtract to give 0. We have negative 2T. Then plus 5T will be equal to 51. So we have 3T is equal to 51. When we divide 51 by 3, we obtain 17. So we get T equal 17. So if T is 17, angle ADC is equal to ABC. This angle is equal to 180 minus 2T. So that will be 180 minus 2 times 17, which will be equal to 180 minus 34, and that will give us 146 degrees. 146 degrees. That is the value of angle ADC. Look at the B part. The graph of the relation y equal x squared plus ax plus b, where a and b are constants, cuts the x-axis at 3 and the y-axis at 6. Find the values of a and b. Then we'll use the values of a and b to solve the equation x squared plus ax plus b equals 0. So we have y equal x squared plus ax plus b. So y it cut the x-axis, y equals 0 and x equal 3. So that will give us 0 equal 3 squared plus a times 3 plus b. So we get 0 equal 9 plus 3a plus b. In other words, we have negative 9 is equal to 3a plus b. We can call this equation 1. Then again, at the point where the graph cut the y-axis, x equals 0 and y equal 6. So we obtain 6 is equal to x squared, 0 squared plus a times 0 plus b. So that will give us b to be equal to 6. So if b equal to 6, then we can put this into equation 1 to find the value of a. So we have negative 9 is equal to 3a plus 6. So we have 3a is equal to negative 9 minus 6, which is equal to negative 15. So dividing through by 3, we get a to be equal to negative 5. So a is negative 5, b is 6. So the equation becomes x squared plus ax. So x squared plus, that is minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So we want to solve the values of a and b. We want to solve this equation. So the equation we are solving is x squared minus 5x plus 6 equals 0. So two factors of 6 that when we add we get negative 5 are negative 2 and negative 3x. So negative 2 and negative 3, when we multiply we get 6, when we add we get negative 5. So we can factor x out and factor 3 out here. So we get x minus 3, x minus 2 equals 0. So either x minus 3 equals 0 or x minus 2 equals 0, which will give us x equal 3 or x equal 2. So these are the values of x that satisfy this equation given to us. Question 12a. Abiola starts a business with $1,250. Frances joins the business later with a capital of $1,875. At the end of the first year, profits are shared equally between Abiola and Frances. When did Frances join the business? Before we begin, please kindly share this video for me. Great. And also don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Good. So Abiola started a business with $1,250. So his profit of Abiola, profit of Abiola will be equal to his contribution, which is $1,250 times 12 months over 12. 12 over 12 because the time is usually in years. So 12 over 12 months is just one year. Because that is what was stated here at the end of the first year. Then times the rate percent. We don't know the rate percent, but let's keep it in the equation. Then the profit of franchise will be equal to 1,875 times. Okay, let's say that franchise joined the business after X month. After X month, when Abiola started the business. Then his time of stay will not be 12 months, but will be 12 minus X months, all over 12. Again, times the rate percent. So we're told that at the end of the first year, both of them share the profit equally. So Abiola's profit is now equal to the profit of franchise. So we can equate the two equations and solve. So this and this will cancel out, so we have 1. Then we have 1,250 R percent will be equal to 1,875 times 12 minus X over 12 times R percent. So we can see that when we divide through by R percent, the R percent will move away. Then we can now cross multiply. We can now cross multiply to obtain 12 times 1,250. 12 times 1,250 is equal to 1,875 times 12 minus X. So 1,875X will be equal to 22,500 minus 15,000. And this will be equal to 7,500. So X will be equal to 7,500 divided by 1,875, which is equal to 4. Therefore, franchise joined the business after 4 months. In the diagram, line segment CE is parallel to line segment AD, and line segment ED is equal to line segment EB is equal to line segment AB. Find the value of N. So the value of N, we know these and these are alternate angles. So this will be 40 degrees. So if this is 40 degrees, then the angle here will also be 40 degrees because these lines are equal. So we have 40 degrees using triangle EAB. 40 degrees plus 40 degrees plus N degrees will be equal to 180 degrees. So 80 plus N will be equal to 180. N will be equal to 180 minus 80, which is equal to 100 degrees. If N is 100 degrees, then this should be 80. Now if this is 80, then the angle here must also be 80 degrees. So M, so the II part, M using triangle EBD, M plus 80 plus 80 should be equal to 180 degrees. So we have m plus 160 equal 180. M will be equal to 180 minus 160, which is equal to 20 degrees. Question number 13. The table shows the height in meters of 30 selected buildings in a town. Find the mean height of the buildings. Calculate correct to one decimal place the median, the mean deviation. So let's do the mean first. You recall that mean is summation fx over summation f. Mean by x is equal to summation fx over summation f. So the summation fx, we got it by multiplying f by x. 5, 9, 45, 4, 10, 40, 6, 11, 66, until we go to 4 times 14, 56. Then the summation fx means sum all these 45 plus 40 plus 66 up to 56. That will give us 345. Then we sum the f. 5 plus 4 plus 6 up to plus 4. And that will give us 30. Now we have to simplify this. 15 will go into 32 times. 15 will go into 3, 4, 5, 23 times. That will give us 23 over 2. And that will be equal to 11.5 meters. So the mean height is 11.5 meters. Now the question again says that we should calculate correct to one decimal place the median. So the median, we can calculate it from the table. We know that the total frequency is 30. So half of that will be 1 over 2 times 15 times 30, which is 15. So we need to find the 15th item. So let's check from the left. 5 plus 4 is 9. Then 9 plus 6 is 15. Then 4 plus, checking from the right, we have 4 plus 6, 10 plus 5, 15. So they are telling us the 15th item is both 11 and 12. So find the mean of 11 and 12. That will give us the median. So median will be equal to 11 plus 12 over 2. And that will give us 23 over 2, which is 11.5 meters. So the B part says we should find the mean deviation. So the mean deviation is given by summation of f times the deviations. Deviations means the distance of the values from the mean. The mean is 11.5. So what is the distance of 9 from 11.5? Is 2.5. What is the distance of 10 from 11.5? Is 1.5. What is the distance of 11 from 11.5? 0.5. What is the distance of 12 from 11.5 to 0.5? What is the distance of 13 from 11.5 up to 14, which is 2.5? So over summation f, and this will give us the mean deviation to be equal to Summation F times the deviation. When we sum up all of these, we are getting 43 all over 30. And that will give us 1.43333. 1.43333 recurring. So to one decimal place, we get 1.4. That's the mean deviation.